Have you ever wondered if the love of someone who has passed away can still touch us in some way, like an invisible presence that still accompanies us, even if we cannot see it? Is it possible to feel something beyond the emptiness? The answer may lie in subtle and inexplicable signs, those that we often ignore, but that carry powerful messages. Have you ever wondered if these signs are coincidences or if they have a purpose? And if they are real messages, how can we interpret them in a way that brings us comfort? The truth is that love does not disappear with the departure of a loved one. It transforms, and these signs may be the way we connect with them, even if in a silent and discreet manner. The invisible presence of love does not empty itself. Losing someone is a pain that words cannot describe, and the emptiness leaves a deep mark on the heart. However, in unexpected moments, something arises to remind us that our loved ones are still around. It could be a gentle breeze on the face, a familiar scent that appears out of nowhere, or even a distant sound that makes us stop and think. The first time this happens, the tendency is to believe it is a coincidence or a product of our imagination. But if we look more closely, we might realize that these signs are not random. They carry a message. Love and connection do not disappear when the body is gone. They transform, becoming a silent presence, but still there. It is an endless love, a bond that death cannot break. These signs are not just a form of consolation, but a confirmation that love persists even when we cannot see it. They remind us that the bond with our loved ones continues, now in a form that only the heart can feel. These moments, like invisible touches or emerging sounds, bring more than comfort. They are silent messages that love and connection do not dissipate. Pay attention to the little things that may seem like coincidences, but that, when looked at with more care, can be signs of the eternal love that remains by our side. Have you ever had the feeling of smelling a familiar scent, like the perfume your loved one used to wear, or even the aroma of a food that reminds you of the best moments you spent together? These aromas, suddenly present in the air, can be more than mere coincidences. They can be subtle signs that your beloved is still nearby, albeit in an invisible form. These aromas usually arise without warning, without a visible source, but carry immense emotional weight. Perhaps you are walking around the house or relaxing in your favorite spot when suddenly the perfume they used envelops you, or you smell fresh flowers that bring back memories of special moments. When this happens, it's as if the presence of that loved one returns for a brief moment to envelop you in comfort, like a hug that transcends the barriers of time. Many people who experience these phenomena report that when they smell this familiar aroma, a feeling of peace and even joy envelops them. This sensation, which seems impossible to explain, may be a reminder that the love and care of your beloved continue with you, even after physical separation. Another powerful sign that many report is hearing the name or voice of their loved one in places where it shouldn't be possible. Imagine yourself in a moment of deep reflection, in a quiet space, when suddenly you hear their voice calling your name. This phenomenon, even if brief, can be overwhelming, leaving an inexplicable sense of closeness. Although the mind may try to rationalize it as a hallucination, the experience is often so vivid that it is hard to ignore. The feeling that someone on the other side is trying to communicate with you, even without being physically present, can bring profound comfort. This connection seems to transcend logic, as if the spirit of the departed is still nearby, offering support in times of need. Feeling a sudden change in emotions can be one of the most subtle yet revealing signs. Has it ever happened that you are feeling fine and, without any apparent reason, are invaded by a wave of warmth or peace, or even deep melancholy that you cannot explain? These emotional changes may indicate that your loved one is near, trying to convey love or support. Many people report feeling an inexplicable sense of calm or happiness at specific moments, as if the presence of the departed is gently surrounding them. These changes can be quick, but leave a lasting impression. They are a delicate way of affirming that, even in physical absence, the bond with the loved one remains unchanged, connecting the two worlds in a mysterious yet real way. Have you ever noticed a sequence of numbers or symbols repeatedly appearing in your life? Maybe it's the number 1111 appearing on your clock, or a phone number you see unintentionally. Initially, it may seem like just a coincidence, but over time, these numbers start to repeat in unexpected situations, as if they are trying to tell you something important. These repetitive numbers can be a form of communication from your departed loved ones, conveying a message from the other side. When they appear during significant moments, such as during a difficult day or when making important decisions, these numbers can be a sign that your loved ones are watching over you, offering support and protection even without being physically present. Sometimes other symbols emerge, like a flower you associated with the deceased person, or even an animal that always seemed to be near them. These symbols can appear at precise moments when you need comfort or guidance. When this happens, it can be a reminder that the connection between you and your loved one is still alive, even if in another form. Strange animal behaviors can also be a form of communication from our departed loved ones. Since ancient times, it has been believed that animals, especially dogs and cats, have the ability to perceive invisible presences. Have you ever noticed an animal suddenly staring intently at an empty space, or behaving strangely, as if responding to something you cannot see? These behaviors can occur when you are more sensitive to the presence of a dear one, especially in moments when you need emotional support. A dog that stares fixedly into an empty corner, or a cat that seems to follow you without explanation, can be a sign that the energy of your beloved is still nearby, trying to communicate or simply offering comfort. These signs are a reminder that you are not alone, and that the connection with those who have departed is not broken. It can be a feeling of protection, an invisible but tangible presence that reaffirms the ongoing love and care that still surrounds you, even on a different plane. The signs we receive are not coincidences, but messages of care and love from our departed loved ones. To understand the true meaning of these signs, it is essential to cultivate greater sensitivity to our inner world. When you perceive a sign, do not ignore it. It may be the answer you have been seeking. Taking time for silent reflection or meditation can help deepen this connection with the spiritual world, allowing you to become more receptive to the messages being sent. Keep your heart and soul open, trusting your intuition. Each sign, whether small or large, is a reminder of the eternal bond that unites you with those you love. These signs are the way love manifests beyond death, a love that transcends physical and spiritual barriers. Reflecting on these moments can reveal the depth of the love that connects us, an endless love that knows no limits or boundaries. Although death separates the bodies, it never separates the souls. Those we love remain with us in ways we cannot fully comprehend, but feel deeply. Over time, I have learned to look at the world differently. I began to notice the small details of daily life that previously went unnoticed. A bird gently landing on the window, an unexpected melody, or even a familiar scent. Coincidences? No longer. They are signs, living memories, that the connection with our loved ones remains beyond death. Each sign I perceive brings me the certainty that love does not disappear. It merely transforms. It becomes an invisible hug, proof that those who have departed continue to care for us, wherever they may be. And this thought brings me peace, hope, and strength to move forward, knowing that I am never truly alone. Lord, I thank you for this precious gift of eternal love. May I have eyes to see, ears to hear, and a heart willing to recognize these signs of affection that transcend time and space. May this love inspire me to live with gratitude and to cherish every moment of my journey. Amen.